Okay. Hi everyone and welcome to our new video. We haven't done one in ages since before I've been on Survival of the Fittest. It must have been, hang on, I did one when Jenny first went in to explain where she'd gone, as you should know. Oh yeah, there was one with you going, is the hand and a question mark. Yeah, where's Jenny? Jenny's here now, she's back, and we haven't done a catch up with you about where she went and just how she found the whole experience and then what I thought of it. Yeah. And just a general catch up what we're doing. So hopefully you guys can forgive us for being so quiet the past few weeks. We have had a bit of a funny past few weeks. We're going to crack on with the video. I'm going to ask Lucy questions about what it was like while I was away and how she found things. And I'm going to ask Jenny questions about what it was like in the lodge. And these are questions that we've been asked countless times. So we've just put the best ones down. Put them into a pad, write them down. Glittery pad. Let's not forget the glitter. The range. Okay, let's crack on. Okay, I'll ask you one first. Oh, we should sit different sides because you've got my page. I've got your page. I think I can read across the page. Okay. Or we should sit different sides so we can sit at the side of our questions. I can just read this page. Okay, go. Okay. What was the whole interview process like for Survival of the Fittest to get on the programme? So, the first thing that happens is, when I think there's loads of ways you can get on the show, but they can contact you or you can contact them. I got ITV. Yeah, ITV, yeah, the show producers. I got contacted by ITV, my agent did, asking if they had anybody who'd want to audition for the Survival of the Fittest. Agent put myself forward. She didn't put Lucy forward because Lucy's in a relationship when you have to be single. And about a week later, I was asked to go to Manchester and meet at a hotel in Manchester for an interview. And the interview was in front of a camera and I had to just answer questions like about myself. And then I found out about a week later, I got through that round, and then I had to go to London for another interview, and I had to meet the executive producers, so it was like even higher up. And again, it was a series of questions and answers in front of a camera, and then I found out about 2 weeks after that I was successful for that round. Yeah. Then I had to go for a medical in London to have like injections and stuff, and then I finally found out like jabs for the climate of Africa. Oh yeah, in case she got through. In case I got through, because you have to have them so many weeks before you fly, otherwise they're not in your system. So I think everybody had to have that just in case. So Jenny, at this point, did you think to yourself, I've got through because I've had the I think part of you thinks, wow, the ones who've made me travel all the way to London, paid for travel to London to have some injections and a medical if they didn't want me. So part of you thinks, oh my god, like maybe I've got on the show. But then at the same time, I understood that it's a precaution thing and everyone who's at that stage, so that because everybody needs you need to have injections a good few weeks before you fly, and by now it was like January, it was January, December, it might have been end of December. I think it was December. I think it was December, yeah. And then I found out the 9th of January that I got on the show. So I think I knew I was gonna get on, but at the same time you don't want to like jinx it. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's quite a lengthy process in a nutshell. In a nutshell, it was a lengthy process. It's a lengthy process. Okay. Lucy, what did you think when Jenny told you she was going on Survival of the Fittest? Well, it wasn't a surprise that Jenny was going on the show. Obviously it wasn't, because we worked together, and when our agent approached us about Survival of the Fittest, she didn't directly just come to Jenny. She said, I remember the text, she texted going, are you single yet? ITV doing a show. And I'm going, well, Jen, you know, you go ahead with this, because obviously I wasn't single, so I had an interest in going on the show. So what did I think when Jenny told me? Well, she didn't have to tell me, because I knew what she knew at the same time she knew it. But what did I think of it? I thought it was a great opportunity, and I was really grateful and glad that she was able to go and do it for us, because obviously it meant that there was a marketing for our brand. It meant that people would come to know who Jenny was, and then hopefully the Westerns, because Jenny had been the show. Whereas if she hadn't gone on it, we wouldn't have had that platform. And I was excited for her because she could get a few weeks in the sun. Yeah. Okay, Jennifer, is it true that you were not allowed your phone or in a lodge, or to know what the time was when you were in the lodge, as in that time? You get asked this question so much, but yes, that is correct. You're not allowed your phone, and you're not allowed to know what time it is. Why wasn't you allowed to know what time it was? So you're not allowed to know what time it is. I think it's purely because I think if they say to you, lunch at this time, dinner's at this time, or we're gonna go do the challenge at this time, you'd be like looking at your watch, waiting all the time. So I think you spend a lot of time like wondering what time it is. But they say that you can get bored if you don't really know, if you know what the time is all the time. Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know, the Survival Fittest, the day was a busy day. It was never, you never really got bored. Well, you didn't get bored. It was a busy, full-on day. Really? So, yeah, so I don't think you would be clock watching anyway. But no, you don't know what time it is. And as soon as you land in South Africa, they meet you at the airport and then they go, hand over your phone, and then you sign your, like, you just give them your
Tell them the quick story of how you tried to set the time using
Okay, so we had those little watches in the lodge that we got messages from for challenges and stuff, and they had the time on them, but the producers, before they gave us all our watches, they adjusted the time like everyone's watch to make it all different.
And they were like, had the right time, and then when you would do challenges.
So in the challenges, you go to challenge in a truck, like someone at a truck would come pick you up, and when we were on the trucks coming back for the challenge, we could see what time it was on the truck. So we'd all like try to remember what time it was,
and set there.
And then we go in, go to our watches and set time, and then somebody come round in the middle of the night and just change them back again.
While they're all asleep, they'd all go around to the watch and change all the time. That is crazy. Okay, your next one.
Okay, was it weird watching your twin on TV?
Yeah, it was actually weird, especially the first opening night, because obviously it is someone you know really, really well, and they're on TV. I have seen Jane on TV before, very small
with the camera, sorry. We have to, I think we get to
Okay. I have seen Jane on TV before, obviously not to something like this extent, and it's just, I was more nervous as well, just hoping that she would come across how she actually is, and that she wouldn't come across in a negative way, but he didn't, he came across really well, and it was a little bit weird, but I got like used to it straight away. It just became the norm really quickly.
Yeah. Okay, were you nervous to go on the show? I was really excited when I found out I was going on the show, really, really excited. And then obviously preparing for it and buying like bikinis and clothes and everything.
That was the fun bit.
That was the fun bit.
Literally, she's like, oh my god, you see what I've got for the lodge? And she said like
I did so much stuff. And then
very jealous.
Then when I got to South Africa, I had to wait in a hotel room for a week before going on the show, and you're on lockdown with a chaperone, so you're not allowed to leave anywhere on your own. And I was fine then, and then as soon as the day came, I was so nervous because it felt like you built up to this moment. I didn't know who anybody was going to be, and I think because you know they're on the resort with you in a room maybe 4 or 5 doors down, but you're never going to see them, it builds up like, why can't I see these people?
Well, the day has come, hasn't it? The big day.
Quite a big thing, yeah.
So you were nervous, but not until the
I was very nervous on the day that I was going in on Friday.
Because I know Nat, before she went to Africa, when your friends found out you were going with a couple of friends, and they were like, oh my god, are you nervous? Are you nervous? And he's like, no. And I knew she wouldn't be nervous, because I wouldn't be nervous, but I think that ultimate moment you're about to step out, you'd be like,
yeah, I was very nervous on the day. Okay. How did you feel if there was any negative things said about Jenny whilst in the lodge?
I felt very angry and very protective, and I felt angry. And I was shouting at the screen, how dare you say that about Jenny? That is not right. But luckily there was not much negativity said about Jenny. There was like 1 or 2 comments, and they got nowhere fast. Like no one agreed with that person, and on social media no one agreed with them, because Jenny's a good person with a good heart, and everyone knows that. Everyone knows me. So
I'm amazing.
Okay. Was it my talk? I'm asking you. You can't ask twice. Your writing's so bad.
I know.
What is it like watching yourself back on TV when you came out the lodge?
I think the first time you watch it, you're like, oh my god, that's so weird, like that's me on the TV. So we watched the end episode together as once we already knew who won, and we all watched it in South Africa at the wrap party. So there was like all the producers there, the execs, all the cast. We all sat outside and watched it, and hearing the music and everything, like it gave you shivers up your shivers.
Because you didn't know
goosebumps,
at that point what the theme music was like.
You know nothing. You don't know
watching it for weeks in the UK.
And you know the intro where it's like got the music and we're all walking and flicking the hair. That was all filmed about 4 days before we went into the lodge. That was filmed in South Africa. So they don't film that in this, because some of the filming was done in London like a month before.
Remember the promo work.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a bit weird. But then after you watch one, and I'm like muting myself in the background, trying to get on with
all you can hear is Jenny talking a lot on the phone.
I know.
Even if someone else is talking on the clip, you can hear her voice. Okay.
Would you ever go on a reality TV show, Lucy?
Yeah, I would go on a reality TV show, but it wouldn't have to not compromise me as a person, my beliefs. That sounds really like uptight, but guess what I mean is, if it's anything to do with
dating, suit you.
It's got to suit me. I won't change who I am.
So if you need to be single for it, you're not going to go on it.
Yes, basically, she can answer the question for me. Yeah. Basically, I'm not going to compromise my beliefs and who I am to be famous or to get fame or money. It just is never going to happen.
Or just go on a TV show.
Or just to go on a reality TV show. If it was something that was based around me, and it was something that was comfortable for me and us, then I would do it. But if it meant you know, having to pretend to be something I'm not, I wouldn't do it. Not saying that's what Jenny did, I'm just saying I wouldn't go on a dating show either.
Right, so to sum up, she would go on a reality TV show, but if you had to be single, she wouldn't go on it. Done. Okay.
Or do other things that I wouldn't want to do.
Okay. Next one.
What food do you eat when you're in the lodge? Because we don't get to see that these guys eat it. We don't get to see.
I think you see me eating quite a bit, like cereal.
But we didn't know what you eating. We never see meals. Okay,
so for breakfast, when you get up, there's cereal, bread, and eggs left. So you have to make your own breakfast, which is fine. I'm happy to do that.
You have to.
I realised on day 3, after my 3rd morning of making scrambled eggs for 12 people, 34 eggs and half an hour to scramble them all. I don't offer to make eggs for breakfast because I'll be there for hours just making.
Very
breakfast.
nice of you doing that.
It was, but then the sun was shining. I'd be like, and you think so, we've got a challenge in 2 hours, got to leave. I want to get in the sun, so I'd be like, quick trying to make these eggs. Anyway, so you make your friend for yourself for breakfast, and then lunch is catered for and dinner is catered for. So you'll get told lunch is out. You come into the kitchen and the catering.
You're allowed to go to the kitchen when putting it out.
Yeah, you're fine because that's fine. You're not allowed to talk. You're allowed to see the caterers. So the caterers come in, bring in hot plates of food, and we'll
Are you allowed to talk to them? Like, hi, dude, what's it like in the outside world?
They'll be like, hi, how are you getting on today? Are you excited for your challenge today? And they'll ask questions. And they're nice, hi catering staff if you're watching. They're very nice, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Did you miss Jenny when she was on the TV show?
I've been asked this so many times. Obviously I missed Jenny. Obviously I did, because she's my twin. But I didn't expect to miss her, if I'm honest, as much as I thought as I did. And the reason for that is because we work together so much. I see so much of her. It's not like I wanted a break. I just thought, I see her all the time. Like, I'm not going to miss her. But actually, I missed her more because
we're quite independent as well.
Yeah, we're quite independent. Even though we're really close, we're independent of each other. We do have like separate lives. But at the same time, because we work together all the time, I think that's when it hit. Like a few days in, maybe a week in, I thought, bloody hell, like I can't even just text her or call her.
It was for me, the equation wasn't there. I wasn't having my phone.
She had a distraction of a new environment, whereas I was in our environment, and so
but without the twin.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was sorry, her writing. You need to.
We haven't got time for that.
What was a typical day like?
A typical day in the lodge. You get woken up by the tannoy lady, voice lady, we call the lodge lady, going, good morning campers, and she'd say that, and then she'd go, it's a beautiful day, get your mics on, get your sunscreen on, and get outside. So you'd be like, okay. So you'd get up, it was really loud. If you wanted to stay in bed, she would just shout it again. So you get up, put your mic on, get a toner, put your sunscreen on, make some breakfast, go outside, and then it could be anything from half an hour to like 2 hours later, depending how early we got up, which we didn't know, that you get a message telling you what the challenge was going to be for the day. And then as soon as you got the message for challenge, it'd be lunchtime, so we'd all go inside, have lunch. Then we'd go out after lunch, we'd have to discuss the challenge, like what we thought it was going to be. And then once we'd done that, we'd all have to get ready, we'd do our war cries, we'd go to the challenge, we'd come back, and then we used to go in the tree house and talk about the challenge, like how it went. Then we'd all fight for the shower, and then it'd be dinner, and then it'd be drinks and enjoying the evening. And then throughout the day, we call it getting tree house, where you have to go in the tree house and just chat about what's going on throughout the day and how you're feeling.
Brilliant.
That's a full day. Cute. There's not really much time to relax. I don't know if it looks like it, but you do have a minute. You do not have a minute.
Okay, we had to charge the battery.
So that's why we just looked.
And then we got changed as well because we don't waste time. We got changed.
We need to do some other work. Anyway, we're here. We're going to carry on.
We've got just a couple more questions to finish.
Okay. Why does it say pick a mix on the pad?
That's my to-do list.
Our to-do list is pick a mix.
Yeah, pick a mix. That was ages ago. Right. What do you know? What was a typical day like? Okay.
Yeah. Did you look after it?
That one.
So Lucy, did you? Yeah, no. That's one we were cut
off
on. Okay. Lucy.
Yes, Jenny.
Did you look after Instagram whilst I was away in the lodge?
Obviously, I looked after the rest of Instagram because Jane and I work together, and it's either she's going to do it or me. She didn't have a phone, so I did it. However, I did not look after her personal Instagram, Jennifer West Official, because it is too much work to look after my own.
It's a lot of work.
Plus the West ones, it is a lot of work. So her friend, lovely friend Jill.
Hi Jill.
She did it for Jenny while she's away. She did a fantastic job.
She did a fantastic job. You did.
Okay, what did you miss the most while you were in the lodge?
Right, there's loads.
I know what she's gonna try.
Well, you think obviously
cream eggs.
Yeah, I was gonna say mix. In the lodge, I must have gone to that tree house every single day and requested a cream egg, but I didn't get one. So cream eggs, but I also missed.
What did you miss the most? Cream eggs.
Cream eggs. My guinea pigs, Action and Mayhem. I miss them. I miss obviously my friends and Lucy.
There we are.
But I wasn't like cut up and like crying, because you're busy all the time. But like, I think you miss having somebody who knows you, because all these strangers you're living with, they don't actually know you. So it's nice. It's like having somebody who's there who knows who you are,
who
gets you. So I kind of missed that confirmation that you're, you know, for
miss that like relationship closeness.
Yeah, relationship closeness. But that's why I think why you make relationships so quick in the lodge. And then also with stupid things like I wanted to chill out on a sofa, watch a film, and like
eat big mates.
Drink up, and eat big mates, but you don't get 2 minutes to do that in the lodge just to chill out, really. And I miss things like not wearing heels every night, because every night we get dressed and wear heels. It's pretty much you have to kind of do it, because we have parties every night. And I just wish I could just put on socks and baggy pyjamas and just not have to get dressed up. Yeah, so that really.
Okay, and
so not much.
Okay, and finally, the last question.
Okay, Lucy, was it weird not being able to contact Jenny while she was gone?
Was it weird? It was a bit, like a few times I went to pick up my phone, text, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't. But it wasn't weird because it was just it'd been a plan for so long for Jane to go on the show. It wasn't like I was surprised like the rest of her family and friends. It wasn't like I woke up one day and then saw in the press that she was going to be on the show and I wouldn't be able to call her, because obviously I
didn't tell everybody that I was going. So
she wasn't allowed to tell most people, so like no one knew, so they don't know until they see it in the press, and then she's suddenly unavailable on the phone because she's got her phone taken off her. Whereas I knew for months, so I'd had time to prepare for that. So it wasn't weird not being able to contact her, but it did kick in about 2 weeks in where I like wanted to share stuff with her and I couldn't. But hopefully we've caught up.
Yeah, we've caught up. So that is all the questions
of the Q&A about the lodge and Jenny and
how it's dealt with me being in the lodge and Lucy and me being away.
And then now a little catch up on what's going on for us. Our website is launching very soon. I know we keep mentioning this, but the website is
it's actually going to happen now very, very soon.
As in maybe a few days. And we are going to be at Body Power Weekend. We can't say where we're going to be yet, but we are on Muscle and Fitness.
We're definitely going to be on Muscle and Fitness, and then we might be on another stand as well, but we'll let you know close to time.
Today is, what day is today?
Monday
the 9th of April.
9th of April.
And Body Power is in about a month.
4 weeks. 4 weeks.
So we are going to be doing a little bit of dieting. So we will probably do, well in fact we will. We'll do a YouTube video.
We'll do a video telling you what we're going to be doing.
What we're going to do to help cut a little bit of fat prior to Body Power.
Because we're going to launch.
We will keep you updated. Bye.
Bye. And that's a wrap.
I think.